Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised. Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised. Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised. Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Of your mind with a blog by Gabba.
Alright, and we're back from the break. I'm Gabba. You're listening to me here, right here, as I mess up a whole bunch of times here on W807's 1310 AM. During our break, like I usually do, I kind of will start looking around for, other subject matters. Sometimes I kind of do this not planned, off the cuff, right off the hip, per se. And I kind of found this on YouTube, man. Maybe you should check it out.
Nearly 9 years after 9/11, the United States is still facing a major terror threat. You may be surprised to learn who agents are catching trying to cross the border from Mexico. We reviewed congressional reports and traveled to the Southwest to find a threat that affects us here in Metro Atlanta.
This is in Atlanta, Georgia.
The Border Patrol uses choppers, ATVs, and horses to patrol the 2,000-mile southwest border. Most of the illegals caught crossing are from Mexico or South America, but thousands are classified as OTMs, other than Mexicans, including hundreds from nations that sponsor terror. These are the records we obtained at this federal detention center near Phoenix, Arizona. We found illegals from Afghanistan, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Sudan, and Yemen in custody.
We have left the back door to the United States open.
Former Arizona Congressman J.D. Hayworth has seen the intelligence reports.
And we have to understand that there are people who definitely mean to do us harm who have crossed that border.
This Arizona rancher doesn't want to be identified because he fears the Mexican cartels who smuggle drugs and people near his property. This Muslim prayer rug was found on his ranch.
It's just one more indicator that there's a whole lot more than just a few poor Mexicans coming into the United States.
There's more. This congressional report on border threats confirms members of Hezbollah have crossed the southwest border. It also contains photos of military jackets found on the border. The Arab insignia reads, "Martyr, way to eternal life." The other depicts a plane crashing into the Twin Towers.
The American public has been kept in the dark about this whole issue.
And, that's just about a minute 30 into the actual news program, which was about a 7-minute long segment. And seriously, folks, man, we're talking about Hezbollah. I mean, come on. When's enough going to be enough? When are you, listening to this right now, going to sit there and go, you know what, something needs to be done? I mean, don't get me wrong, like the rancher in the news story said, a few poor Mexicans. I don't see too much of a problem with that. However, when our back door is wide open, literally, the door's off the hinges. We're letting the enemy come in. We're begging. We are seriously begging to have our ass handed to us by our enemy. When are you going to say enough is enough? Which finally brings me to my final point. And here's my final point. My final point is going to be one that people are probably going to be like, well, that's not right, Gabba. You shouldn't think this way. And my final point is to shut the border down. It's real simple, folks. We have to shut this border down. We have to close the back door. not only do we have to close that back door, we got to bar it, we got to throw a couple deadbolts on it, and then maybe, just maybe, we should get an attack pit bull to sit right next to it. And we train that pit bull, okay boy, if anything comes through that door, you take its leg off. I mean, a couple Mexican immigrants wanting to come up here and get a job, that's one thing. Yes, they broke the law. Yes, it ain't right. But you could deal with those people because all they're really doing is looking for work. Okay, I understand that. That's one thing entirely. But today's show, I wanted to, no one's really, people have kind of focused on this subject, but they really haven't focused on this subject. OTMs, other than Mexican, there's a reason why they've got to sing, for it. There's a reason why they've, are calling it OTM. It's because they're not Mexicans that are coming across the Mexican-United States border. Instead, they're terrorists or people from the Middle East who are coming across our border and forming in sleeper cells here in the United States with the sole intent and purpose to do you harm, to do me harm, to do kids harm, to do innocent women and children harm, to disrupt the way of life here in America. Why? Because they quote unquote think we're the great Satan. And just because somebody's got a formed opinion about us don't mean that they should have the right to walk into our house and tell us how to run our business. I'm telling you right now, if this isn't handled, if somebody or a bunch of somebodies don't get on the ball and start putting people's feet to the fire and start saying, hey, we need to get this done. We need to lock this border up. We need to do it not now, but 5 years ago now. It needs to be done, people. You have to make the right informed decision. Like I said, a bunch of Mexicans coming up here because they're looking for work, that's one thing. But when you're talking about enemies of the state, people who are out to do you harm, and you cannot reason with these people, they honestly do believe, convert or die. That's the choices you have when dealing with these people from, the Middle East who are extreme. And let me put this out so that way no one else gets upset. It's the extreme radical Muslims who definitely believe in jihad. You have to deal with these people. You cannot be PC here, and you cannot turn a blind eye, because when you do, they're going to do exactly like what they're doing right now. They're coming in. They're coming in by the droves. Not, 10, 20 at a time, hundreds, thousands at a time. And when you have these people who are here inside your own house, and they're hiding in every corner of your house, and you come and walk, from your living room to the kitchen without getting attacked, what are you going to do then? There's not much you can do, figuratively speaking. So, this is it, man. We either stand up for ourselves and choose our freedom and choose the American way of life, choose to back the Constitution, or we're going to get attacked again and again and again. And I guarantee you, the next time these guys attack, it's going to make, the Twin Towers, 9/11 look like a walk in the park. Well, that's all the time we have here on my blog on W807 1710 AM. Up next will be DJ Storm, who's either got more added commentary or commercial-free rock and roll, whichever he feels like choosing at the time, and you never really know. Hey, just something to think about. Me, Gava. Catch you later. Thanks.